Can you say with absolute certainty that poor design review in one project is not going to quietly damage every other project in your company, in your business? Because that's how most firms think about projects. A meeting, a presentation, maybe just a checklist before moving to the next stage. But a design review is not quite a meeting, right? It's a decision. It's a decision whose quality determines everything else that follows. And think about what happens after a weak review. A team leaves with different interpretations. Somebody assumes that design is approved. Somebody else thinks that there are open questions already. Clients thinks that no, I've already communicated my expectations, my problems, and the architect thinks that that's just minor comments. Nobody is deliberately making a mistake clearly, but everyone is simply leaving the room with a different version of reality. And that's where expensive projects begin. Visible costs is easy to see. Another review, some time spent on another revision, some drawing issue, another site clarification, but the hidden cost is much different and much larger. Your senior designers are now visiting work that they thought was already settled, already complete. Project managers are spending more time coordinating instead of progressing, moving forward. Founders, they get pulled into conversations that should have already been resolved. Consultants have to be realigned. Clients begin to lose confidence because decisions don't appear to stay decided, closed, frozen. And while all of this is happening, your other projects are quietly waiting for the same level of attention. And that is why poor reviews, they don't just consume time, they reduce decision throughput of the entire organization by bottlenecking all other projects with effort put into just one project. Every unresolved decision is going to create more and more conversation. Every conversation is going to ensure that there is more waiting, and more waiting, that's going to create more assumptions. More assumptions, that's always going to lead to more rework. And here is the uncomfortable question: how many of your design reviews actually end with decisions, and how many end with another meeting? At Immaculate Platform, we believe a design review should have four very clear outcomes: what was approved, what was rejected, what was changed, and who owns the next decision. If any of these answers is unclear, review is simply not complete. And here's something else worth measuring. Don't count how many reviews your project has. Instead, count how many decisions survived the review. How often does a reviewed decision come back for discussion, back to the table? And how often do stakeholders they open the same topic again? How often do teams revisit work that they believe was already finished? And these are not revision metrics. These are indicators of decision quality, because every decision that has to be made twice is a sign that the first decision was never really truly made. And finally, don't let a poor review become just another frustrating project memory. Ask, why did it happen? Were the right stakeholders in the room? Did taste drift appear after approval? Was the brief unclear, or did your organization simply lack a structured way of concluding decisions? Because every review, especially the weak one, should be telling you something bigger than whether your design was ready or not. It should be telling you, it should be revealing how your organization fundamentally makes decisions. Organizations, remember, they don't get stronger by holding more reviews. They get stronger by measuring every review and ensuring that every single review, especially the failures, but every single review permanently increases clarity, not just at the level of that individual project, but at the level of an entire organizational. Again, that is organizational compounding. Everything you've seen in this video and will continue to see as part of videos in this series is based on principles that we've spent years building into the Immaculate platform. If you'd like to experience them inside an operating system built ground up purely for design and architecture firms, start your free trial today at immaculate.co.in/trial. Thank you.